Hi, I'm Keith McEvoy, CEO of Success that Works and founder of SuperCharge Academy. Today I want to talk to you about something that I got moaned at during the week, and it's all around meetings. I don't know about you, but when I was in the corporate environment, meetings they were a two-way sword. They were both the way I got things done, so actually communicating with people and connecting, and they were also the biggest waste of my time. I can't tell you how frustrated I used to get with the way meetings went on endlessly and there was no structure to them and no agenda and a complete waste of time. And a lot of people were very frustrated with just what was a waste of time, because let's face it, we're all busy people, right? We all have loads of stuff to do, and we can't really afford to sit in front of a group of people who really we're not interacting with very well, or sit on a conference call that just goes on aimlessly for ages, right? So what I want to share with you today is basically how to actually make meetings work. Because I don't know if you subscribe to the idea that meetings are totally bad or that meetings can work. Well, there is a group of people who say meetings are just a waste of time. Well, they just haven't experienced meetings in the way they should be run. And that's what I want to share with you now, is how meetings should be run and how meetings can become the most effective way that you can use to actually go and get the stuff you need done and stop wasting time. So let's kick on. The first thing about meetings that you have to remember is that all meetings are not the same. Right? You go to meetings for very different reasons, and really there's three different types of meetings, and if you just take away one point from this is, depending on what it is that you want to do, you need to make sure that you have the right meeting, for what it is that you want to do. Right meeting. What do you mean there's different types of meetings? Is it all just sitting around? No. There's basically three types of meetings, right? The first meeting is your operations meeting, and you might have an operations meeting every day or every week or maybe even every month, but it looks and feels the same. It's basically, we're all here, we have to get things done, okay? So where are you? What do you need a quick decision on to make sure that today or next week that you can continue doing on what it is that you have to do? Right? So you know those types of meetings. Where are you, Jack? You're doing this. Perfect. You got everything you need? Yeah, perfect. Away you go. And you go around the table really quickly. An operations meeting is all about being quick, making decisions, giving an update, and getting out the door and back on with your job. Okay? So that's the operations meeting. The second type of meeting is the stuff that needs to be resolved. So problems. So you need meetings, and I call them strategic meetings, which is where you've got a problem or you have to make a decision. So what you do is you gather information, and you need people around the table or on conference call to help have a discussion and flesh out what are the important things and to try and help you make the best decision to go and fix this problem. And this problem might be a problem that needs to be resolved today or tomorrow, or it might be a problem that it's been around for a few months and you just need to get the right brains and figure it out. And typically that meeting looks like do a bit of preparation in advance, so get a few facts and figures, give it around the group, and get the group with the right minds to go and have this discussion and go and make that decision. And those type of meetings, they can typically take half an hour to 2 hours. But the important thing about those types of meetings is that everyone gets to discuss and figure things out, and you get the right quality of decision. And the third type of meeting is what I call the blue skies. We want to grow and do something different. So maybe we want to change strategic direction. Maybe we want to increase growth and profitability in some area. And for those type of meetings, it really is I wonder what's possible. And it's basically a free-for-all, throw in as many wild ideas as possible and experiment and think and dream. And at the end of those meetings, you go, wow, we've got all these amazing things and dreams and stuff. Which ones should we maybe start figuring out the direction we want to go in? And again, they are very different to your operations meeting or your strategic meeting, because they're all about throwing it out there and thinking big and going way off course, but that's the purpose of it. Here's why your meetings don't work in a nutshell. It's because you're mixing those three types of thinking into one meeting. And it's a bit like if you've ever sat and watched television with my wife. My wife, Kira, she hogs the remote control. And basically our evening's entertainment is basically, we start watching a movie. Okay, and all going fine. 50 minutes in, the commercials come on. And I don't know about you, but commercials like, I hate watching commercials, but so does she. So she takes remote control and starts flicking through all the different channels. And after a while, I'm just, oh, whatever you want. And then she starts watching something like a reality TV show or something. And then 5 or 10 minutes later, you've been prodding and poking her, going, I'm sure the movie's back on. And she clips, and the movie's back on. It's been on for 2 or 3 minutes. I've already missed some of it. So my mind is doing this thing. It's going from a movie where I was focused on the plot and I was getting into it, a bit like a strategic meeting, because I was thinking, oh, where's this going? To then the commercials, which is bang, 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 bang. I can't handle that in the middle of my movie, so my mind turns off. And then she throws in this other thing going on as well, and I don't see how this is appropriate to me. And what it does is, my overall TV viewing experience is just one blur of frustration and not getting it. I'm not doing one thing or the other. It's almost aimless. That's what our typical meeting is. Your typical operations meeting or your weekly meeting is typically a mix of here's what we need to do and here's the problems, plus, oh, that's a big problem. How are we going to sort that one out? And your brain's in a different place. When you want to figure out a problem, when you want an operations meeting, you want to be going bang, 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 out the door. Your brain focused, bang, 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 get out the door. When you want to be in a strategic meeting, you want to be going, let's consider, let's take the time, let's twist things around, but let's get a decision that we can move on and get out the door on. When you're in a blue skies meeting, you're like I wonder if there's more stuff that we should be considering, and what happens, I've got a stupid idea, let's see where this goes. So it's very much let's forget about the time constraints that we have on typically the other 2 meetings, and I'm thinking that. When you throw them all into one meeting, it does not work. And that is why we're so frustrated with meetings, because most people, they mix their meetings. So my last point is never, ever mix meetings. Get yourself an operations meeting and stick to it. If you have a decision to make, set up a strategic meeting to go and address that problem. If you're going to have a blue skies thinking, someone starts doing that in your operations meeting, stop, time out. We'll schedule a meeting to think about that and to discuss that. In a nutshell, if you just do those 2 things, have the right meetings for the right topic, and don't mix those meetings, you will be amazed at how efficient and how your meetings work. You'll actually have people wanting to attend your meetings because they know what they're going to get out of it. They know an operations meeting they're going to get out the door. They know in a strategic meeting they're going to get the decision that they want made and contribute to it. And they know in a blue skies meeting that they're going to be able to throw up whatever idea they want and get the right outcome. So go ahead, do those 2 things, and best luck with your meetings this year.